Hey guys, AFSINREVERIE here. Now, today's review is the Operation Overdrive Morpher review. Now, I want to thank you guys for watching my other reviews and stuff like that and the panel show. I should have done this one sooner, but been busy with school and stuff, but that's no excuse. But it's finally here, it's coming, so thank you guys for patiently waiting. I'm doing Operation Overdrive. It's making me kind of sad because I'm at the tail end of my Morpher reviews. I mean, after this, we have Jungle Fury, RPM, Samurai, and Megaforce. And Super Megaforce, because I'm pretty sure that'll be out by the time I get to the tail end. But 5 episodes at most left for Morpher reviews. But I won't go away forever. I'll explain all that in the future, what's going down. Well, today let's get to the Operation Overdrive stuff. And I have the boxes for both morphers, so that's kind of cool when I have the boxes for them usually. All right. Well, before we get started, I do have a couple of house cleaning items. In terms of shout outs, I first want to shout out everyone who watches. I always want to shout you guys out, even if you watch, we comment, you watch, we don't comment, you comment sometimes, you don't even have a YouTube, but you watch, and you can't comment because you don't have a YouTube. Just thank everybody across the board for all the love and support that you give in my show. And it means a lot to me. And I will never forget you guys. I promise that I will never forget you guys. And individual shout outs. The first one goes to James Billings. James Billings has been a viewer of mine for a while. Really cool guy. We've been talking on YouTube. He wants to become a cop or a lawyer, which I think is pretty cool because I'm in law school and I'm trying to become a lawyer. So we share our love of Power Rangers and just things in general, geeky things in general. So thank you, James Billings, for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this review. And your shout out was a long time coming. I apologize for that. And a quick shout out to Angel Council. Angel Council, really cool fellow YouTuber, has a really cool Legacy Morpher collection. I mean, I have a pretty extensive collection per se, but his Legacy collection is amazing. I don't even know how many he has. I'm pretty sure it's in the neighborhood of like 10 to 15 Legacy Morphers, if not more. So, Angel Council, look forward to having that brewski with you when you come into my neck of the woods to visit your dad. So, thank you. So now, thanks to everyone else again. I love all you guys. You know who you are. Now, let's get started. The first morpher we're going to look at is the Overdrive Tracker. Here is the packaging for the Overdrive Tracker. It comes with like little secret code messages. I'm not gonna go into like decoding these things, but I've looked at them before, and they say things like Operation Overdrive. They say they have a picture of the Red Ranger, so nothing too secret. All you do is shine the blue light on them, and I didn't even take them out of the package. That's how unimportant they were to me. So this is kind of how I took it out, well, just the morpher itself. So I didn't want to like compromise the entire package. So this is a really cool morpher. Here's the back. One weird thing about this morpher, in an era where quality just declined tremendously, I feel like this morpher is like very, very like high quality. It's heavy. It's pretty detailed. It does some cool things. So I don't know how that works for Bandai, but apparently you start making cheaper morphers, and then you make like a pretty good one for Operation Overdrive. My only reasoning behind it is it's probably because it's a 15th anniversary season, so they get kind of excited for that stuff. And as you know, a lot of stuff came out with Overdrive, which we'll get into in a second because there's some contents in the Mercury Morpher box I want to show you guys. So here's the morpher, and while I'm showing it to you, I do want to talk about Operation Overdrive in general. It's actually one of my least favorite seasons, but I've been inclined to give it more of a chance. And my biggest complaint about Operation Overdrive is the team of Rangers. All 5 individual Rangers have great personalities and stories, but as a team, they really don't gel well together. Anytime I see them together, I think of 5 individuals. So that's one of my biggest complaints. Too many villains, too many villain factions. You need someone who's going to kind of be in charge, and you never knew who was in charge. The cool things about it, though, Once a Ranger, one of the greatest 2-part episodes ever. The Retro Rangers came back and stuff. And then you had the one episode, which I can't remember the name, but where Thor and Loki we're basically in the episode. So anytime you can mix like genres, like what Space did Ninja Turtles, that's awesome. So let's get to this because we're running out of time. So here's the Overdrive Tracker. You have the morph, which is that little button, the little like sun-looking button with the roller, with the Overdrive Tracker roller. Then you have the vehicles, just press go, and the Megazord is press the Megazord plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and spin the tracker wheel. So let's get into that. First thing you're gonna see is like you're gonna open it up, and like I said, this is pretty awesome detail for like a morpher of this genre from Bandai and stuff. The tracker wheel is pretty awesome. You have keypads numbered 1 to 9, and then you have 0, and you have go, and then you have like the Megazord. So, and you can press all these buttons basically, and they all make noises. But let's turn that on first. Okay, and goes for the vehicles. So you have an off, on, try me. So let's do on. So let me show you. Let me do that again so you can see the light. Okay. See, so it turns on, and you see, you can press all the buttons and they make sounds. So we're going to save time. We're going to do the actual code. So let's do the morph first. So the morph is this middle button right here, and then you roll it on here. So let's do that first before I do the movement. Overdrive, accelerate. And that blue light comes on, the decoder light comes on, like when they're morphing, the screen image of the Ranger shows up. So let's actually do the morph. All right, ready? Ready. Overdrive, accelerate, and then bam. I did it at this angle so you can see what it does, and it's weird too because in the show when they do that, it just pretty much goes down. But when I do it, I push it down to give the effect of like when they morph. So when the screen comes on, because if you didn't do anything at all, you just did this, then it would stay up, and that's not going to look correct in the show. So anytime I roll, while I'm rolling simultaneously with this finger, I pull down the screen this way so it comes on. So overdrive, accelerate, and then bam. That was kind of sloppy, but it's kind of cool because the blue light's on the wall right there. But that's pretty much the morph right there. Now let's go into the calling the vehicles and the Zords. I mean, yeah, okay. So you just press go. Nothing, see? Just vehicles ready. Oh, and really quick, I wanted to get you this is to just do the coder by itself. You press this right here and you get those messages on the thing I showed you on the wheel. See the coder ready? And then this one's for communication, has a phone emblem. So when you get a phone call, you just answer it like they do on the show, like Mac, blah, blah, blah. So now that go really didn't do much, just said vehicles ready. Okay, so let's go to the Megazord. This one's a pretty cool call because you do this 5 and spin. So watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how you call the Megazord. It's really pretty cool. This morpher is pretty good quality. So price. Let's get to price before we move on to the next one. I would pay, and the price for this is pretty affordable in this range of morpher, and what you get is amazing. I would pay $25 to $35, $40 if you haven't seen any and it's in the package. $40 in the package is usual. Don't go over 50 on this. I mean, it's readily available. It's really cool. Overdrive wasn't that popular, so it's readily available. And it's super cool. I almost feel like I haven't seen the morpher for the Sentai version. Bookinger, but I almost feel like this is a pretty good quality, and if I haven't upgraded to the Japanese version, that's not usually a testament to its quality. So I recommend it for all. Here it is one more time. Get a good look at it. Really, really cool morpher. I recommend it highly, and here it is. So let's get on to the next one. And that's another thing. It makes that noise when you don't mess with it for a while. So turn it off. Now we're going to get to the Operation Overdrive Mercury Morpher. This is Taizan's Morpher. So this is the box. Really cool box. I mean, Taizan was pretty cool, I thought. I already told you my beef with Operation Overdrive, but Taizan wasn't really in that list of beefs. So you have Taizan back there, the Mercury Ranger, and you have the Turbo Morph wheel. It tells you what it does, and you have like and this is another morpher that's really good quality. So instead of opening the box and wasting more time, I just took everything out for you. These are the instructions. So it comes with the morpher and the yellow wristband. I mean, this is what you do. I mean, it just tells you what to do. You got 3 AAA batteries. Nothing too special, you know. So let's get into the, real quick before we get into the morpher. It comes with this little, like, you know, insert of toys you can buy, which I think is pretty cool. And it has the video game, the Super Legends video game, which I recommend if you do not have. It's a really cool video game. It's probably the only reason to even own a PS2 in my view today. You have all the toys and the figures and the Zords. But the cool thing is it comes into a poster, Operation Overdrive poster. It's not one of my favorite seasons, so it's not up. But the fact that I have it is pretty cool in my opinion. So that's what it is. So here's Taizan's Morpher. It's very, very detailed. I got this for Christmas, like I would say 2 years ago. It's very, very detailed, and it's very, very sturdy. So like I said, this is a season where they just took really good care of the quality. So you have the button right here. This opens the top, which we'll get into right now. The wrist strap is very thin and yellow, so we're going to go ahead and put it on. Let's go ahead and put it on so we can do the morph. I can show you guys what it does. Alright, so we have this on, right? Okay, so then you would just turn on you see right here, you have the little on and off button. Let's see if it does any lighting movements. Okay, no lights. But anyways, this is what you do. You open it up and you can do like a decoder button. So there's like a, well, that's for the vehicles, but let's do the, so it's like a red light for the decoder. There's technically no decoder to, like, there's nothing to decode, but it just has a decoder on it in this packaged toy. So then you have the vehicles ready, which is right there, which we'll get into right that, and then vehicles ready. Okay, so I'll show you what that does. Then you have like the Megazord, which I'll show you what that does because it forms the Flashpoint Megazord, so that's pretty cool. But let's do the morph. So, and this turns, and you see. Okay, you'll see what this turns. You'll see what that does in a minute. And this is the button you press to do the certain action. So let's do the morph. Overdrive. Oh wait, I gotta press it. Okay. Okay, so let's do the morph. Overdrive, accelerate. Okay, so let's do that again. Okay, let's do that again. Overdrive, accelerate. So you turn into the Operation Overdrive Ranger and do that whole thing. So that's how you do it. And now let's get to the Megazord call. Let's get to the Megazord. So what you're going to see here is you press the Megazord. And then you turn the wheel. You select the Fire Truck Zord. Then you select the Rescue Runner 1, which is like the ambulance, and the Rescue Runner 2. And then you press the middle button. Which is like one of my favorite things to do. The only thing that sucks is you can't like summon them on their own. I mean, yeah, you can technically. So, see? There you go. You summon them. I don't know why I said that, but you summon them on their own. Excuse my typo, or my verbal typo. So you press vehicles ready, and you pick which one you want by turning the wheel. So let's say you want the Rescue Runner 1 instead of the Fire Truck Zord. Pretty cool, right? And one more time, let's do the Rescue Runner 2. You turn this. So that's the police themed one. So here it is, guys. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and have to sign it off. This here in box is going to cost you $50 to $60. Loose, $30 to $45. That's about it. Here's the morphers. If you guys have any questions, comment below, and I'll be happy to talk to all you guys soon. I'm AFSINREVERIE signing out here, and may the power protect you. And thank you guys for watching again. Hope you enjoyed this review.